Here we go, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Number 1 versus number 2, and off we go in the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. With one game of college experience now in his pocket, this young quarterback leads the Tigers up 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. But Charles, the success that this quarterback had in the semifinal, how does it translate here?
Well, it certainly helps his mindset because he has to have a lot of confidence going into this one since he did it so well in the semifinals. I do think we'll see a similar kind of offense. They'll find places for him to take his shots, and especially you have to when you've got a weapon like Streets on the outside. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Steps away to his left, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. They'll try the right side with Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Henry out of the pistol. Clemson, of course, back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year. Champions in the 2016 season. Trying to make it 2 titles in 3 years if they can get things done. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Still on his feet. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On the carry, this is Slay. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, Nichols. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Henry running right. Pushing tacklers aside. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. This is Henry. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere. Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swung him under. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown Clemson. DeMarcus Sowell there to make the grab. And Clemson has taken the early lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done. And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken way up by the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out. And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy. You do. Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us. Well, you went 3 and out. Have that opportunity. No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the gun on third down. Nichols. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel, lost due to leukemia. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Watt. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And That's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Here's first and goal, Clemson. Now Watt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. 2nd and 6. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. The goal for...
And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. A 5-yard touchdown. And Clemson tacks onto their lead. So now 2 touchdown passes thrown, and we talked earlier about the young cancer patient, Emily Atwood. She asked him a week ago for 4 touchdown passes. Heck, he's already halfway there.
Yeah, Isaiah Screech relayed that story to us. It's a pretty tall task for a second career start. But the way he's looked these last couple of games, he's not fazed by the request, is he? He's halfway there.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on that drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker.
You bet I give him another
down to
7 on.
the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Nichols, incomplete. Texas here in the college football playoff looking for what would be their 5th national title. They were a powerhouse back in the 60s and 70s, winning it in 63, 69, and 70. But then they waited 35 years before winning it again in 2005 and haven't won it since. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Nope.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
That play in the back.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They've got his man, complete. What a story this would be. Clemson 1 half away from a national title.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Hey, just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it. Hey, you know how much this means to me, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Then make it happen.
Okay, man.
Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw Nichols. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Longhorns come up 1st and 10. They'll let it go deep for Foster, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football. I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. To throw on 3rd down, Nichols. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Get back.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got to like their position. They lead this championship game, 2 quarters to play. What's the course of action in the second half?
I think you continue to show your quarterback that you've got faith in him. Continue to run the offense the way you did in the first half. Continue to give him opportunities. But behind his back, head coach is telling the offensive play caller, if you see any moments where it feels too big for him, be ready to dial this game plan back.
They'll give this one to Watt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Watt. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Watt.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, had all the hats in front of him. People weren't sure where he was going to go. So many different offers. Wound up here, and it hasn't been the script he probably would have written. But what a storybook ending this could turn out to be if they can take care of business in this title bout. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Street's the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle it as he pulls it in.
Let's go.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And Clemson tacks on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Let's go, baby.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Nichols. And Walker has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. From the gun, Nichols. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Walker. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Nichols to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They give to Slay here, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
70, Indy.
On 1st and 10, Nichols. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here are the Longhorns now on 1st and goal. Operating for the gun. Nichols. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. Darren Walker there to make the grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw a touchdown strike. There you go.
That's my man, in concert.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there from keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to
Players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. And now they're in the area. 2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game here, though. We see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes down.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let it go deep for Streets. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or did they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Flush to his right. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear.
This is when they keep it in when they want to
go. Dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more. And that is caught. Touchdown Clemson. Isaiah Streets there to make the grab. And Clemson tacks onto their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This will be taken very short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. About set for their next drive. The Texas offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
Call me up.
Who cares? They do something some other time, but some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
Got it back. When the love and trying, when the love what she sang. When the love, this is real, got it back. This is going in. This is going in.
Let him get the first down.
An throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again. Nichols. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing on third and long. Nichols. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown Longhorns. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will get him one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick.
I mean,
a great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a give, right side. Henry, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown Clemson. Isaiah Streets. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. There you go, Charles. Apparently all she had to do was ask. How about that? His 4th touchdown pass in this championship game.
Give her credit for asking. Give him credit for living up to it. And I bet they're both relieved that there won't be another game. She might ask for 8 touchdown passes in that one.
So after the touchdown, Clemson's back out there to kick this thing away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. Casey Sparks, 42 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct. My turn. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, When I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's a
and he's going to be slowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So how about this? Behind a quarterback who had never taken a snap in an NCAA football game until 9 days ago, for the second time in 3 years, the Clemson Tigers are national champions.
Gentlemen,
please turn your attention to the podium at midfield for the presentation of the College Football Playoff National Championship Trophy as we present your college football national champions, the Clemson Tigers.
Jack Ford. Talk about a long shot. And as a man who's known as the quarterback whisperer, and I suggest you trademark that, by the way, how are you feeling about your quarterback right now?
I tell you, this kid's amazing. He worked around the clock to prepare for this game. I never seen anything like it. And I am so proud of what he's done, and under this kind of pressure.
Stop.
Hope all you NFL scouts out there are paying attention, because this kid's special.
Come on, man.
You deserve it, son. Congratulations.
Coach, this is you, man. This is great. Thank you.
A perfect end to a too short season. You're leaving here a champion.
It's better than I ever thought it would feel. I can't even describe it, really. It's just to be up on this stage, celebrating with these guys. It's perfect. It's just perfect.
It is a perfect end, but it seems like you put up a pretty good case that it shouldn't be today. How do you feel about that?
I think I give myself a shot. If the NFL comes calling, I'll pick up the phone. But this guy over here, this guy, take that trophy, man.
Absolutely. Isaiah Streets, we are all aware of the loss of your brother and what it took to be here today. But can you tell us, in this moment, how you're feeling right now?
It's lots of feelings, Taylor. I made a promise to my brother that I was going to... You know, none of this would have been possible without this man right here. This dude came into an impossible situation. He's got heart. Love you, man.
Yeah, I love you, man.
See? This was for you, baby!
Yeah!
This was for you!
Woo, yeah!
A lot of emotions out on the field tonight. This is what football is all about. It's about getting hit and getting back up. And as you can see, in a season that was characterized by overcoming, these guys did just that and won a national championship. Back to you guys.
Yeah, go.